Symbol display. Jomon Man. An ancient from roughly 4,000 years ago is going to emerge from the earth. Please shake hands. I have been waiting for you. The door of time has opened. Please enjoy a trip to the ancient times. Formation of the land of southern Kyushu. In southern Kyushu, Elephas normani, a large-sized deer, existed in hunter-gatherer times about 28,000 years ago. At that time, a major eruption occurred in the depths of Kagoshima Bay. A pyroclastic flow resulted, and the earth of southern Kyushu was completely covered in volcanic ash. This eruption divided southern Kyushu into the current Osumi Peninsula and Satsuma Peninsula. The land then gradually grew closer to the present form of the Japanese archipelago. Shell mounds. These shell mounds were made about 3,500 years ago. Many kinds of shellfish were thrown away, including some which modern people eat, such as oysters and clams. Many animal and fish bones were discovered, such as wild boars, deer, monkeys, raccoon dogs, bears, wolves, sea bream, and sharks. Shell mounds reveal the eating habits of the ancients. Strata of Kaimon-dake. This display shows the stratum reflecting the image of Kaimon-dake. The left side is the stratum around Kaimon-dake, and the right side is the underground stratum where this museum is built. The places where explanations are attached are the layers of volcanic ash from each era. Kaimon-dake first erupted approximately 4,000 years ago. After that, more eruptions occurred. Approximately 2,000 years ago, in the latter half of the 7th century, AC 874 and AC 885, ruins are buried under the volcanic ash. An ancient horse. This horse jawbone from approximately 1,500 years ago was found in the remains of Hashimure-gawa. This artwork is recreated from the bone. It appears to have been a very small horse. Hunting in the Old Stone Age. This diorama represents how the ancients hunted approximately 20,000 years ago, before the invention of earthenware vessels and bows and arrows. Please look from the two windows at the human attacking the deer and from the viewpoint of the attacked deer. There is also a man who was overwhelmed by the raging deer and was unable to stand up. Hunting was carried out cooperatively. Hunting tools found at the site are displayed along the wall. The invention of earthenware vessels. Earthenware vessels are the origin of the pan. Earthenware vessels were invented approximately 1,000 years ago. Hard things which were not able to be eaten were boiled with an earthenware vessel and softened. These things were made edible, and it is said that the human jawbone changed. An earthenware vessel from approximately 10,000 years ago is displayed at the bottom of the spiral. Various earthenware vessels were born and became the modern-day pan. The oldest picture of a building in Japan. This fragment of earthenware vessel from approximately 4,000 years ago, on which a picture of a building was drawn, was discovered at the Ozonbado site in Ibusuki City. It is the oldest picture of a building in Japan. The picture was drawn on the underside of an earthenware vessel and faded when fire was applied. Was this earthenware vessel for practical use? The picture is likely a drawing of a raised floor type building. Food 4,000 and 2,000 years ago. These are ancients from hunter-gatherer times, the man from approximately 4,000 years ago and the woman from approximately 2,000 years ago. Their diets greatly depended on animals and plants in the sea and the mountains. Approximately 2,000 years ago, rice cultivation techniques came from the Korean peninsula and rice growing began in Japan. Various tools used to catch food are displayed around this table. The village approximately 1,500 years ago. This is the village of Hashimure as it was approximately 1,500 years ago. It is autumn. Please enjoy a day in ancient times. Ancient clothes have been prepared for you. Please try them on and take a souvenir picture. Houses where a crow stops at the edge of the eaves are general homes. Houses with a dog belong to blacksmiths. Iron tools are made here. A family of 4 lives here. On the raised level is a bed. Fur from wild boars and deer are used in place of a futon. Iron sand is used to make iron tools added to farming equipment, such as hoes and ploughs, as well as fishing hooks. The ditch in the depths of the silver grass is the border of the village. There are shell mounds and earthenware vessel disposal site. Japanese millet is cultivated in the fields. Ceremonial tools from 1500 years ago. Ceremonial tools from approximately 1500 years ago are displayed here. There is a miniature of a ship made from pumice, a mirror, and an earthenware vessel painted red. The mirror was a symbol of authority for men of power. A bell made of bronze was also excavated. The sound you are hearing now is from this bell. Various earthenware vessels. Earthenware vessels used in everyday life are displayed here. There is a pot to put water and rice in, and a pot that was used as a pan. There is a bowl and a takatsuki, which is a high cup for serving. There is an earthenware vessel to pour liquor into, which was used in festivals and ceremonies. Tools used in everyday life. Clues about everyday life in these times are found in tools such as stoneware for grinding nuts, a tool for spinning thread, a small pot for octopus fishing, an arrowhead and a knife made of iron, an iron making tool, and scrap iron which was seen in iron making work. Komochi magatama and sueki earthen vessels. Komochi magatama, an aggregate of multiple comma-shaped beads with decoration, is a tool used in magic. It was apparently believed that mystic power dwelled in Komochi magatama. Sueki were special grey earthenware vessels baked in a kiln and belonged to men of power. The pot was used in groundbreaking ceremonies and other rituals. It was discovered in a half-collapsed state in the volcanic ash of Kaimondake. It may have been put in the ground so that people could pray for the eruptions to end. Hayato. At the end of the 7th century, the people of southern Kyushu came to be called Hayato by people in the capital. The Hayato lived a traditional life in southern Kyushu, but as nation building advanced, the imperial court would attempt to control southern Kyushu. The Hayato took cow skins and deer fur as a gift from the capital. Hayato who were forced to emigrate to the capital used this shield in imperial court ceremonies. The Hayato managed bamboo forests in the capital and participated in various imperial court ceremonies. A Hayato animation. The imperial court opposed the Hayato, and in the year 720, a civil war broke out. The Hayato lost, and approximately 1,500 people were either arrested or beheaded. After the civil war, the capital systems of tax and labour were applied to southern Kyushu, and various forms of culture were introduced. Capital systems and culture. An imperial court official was stationed in Ibuski. Decorative metal fittings, which the court official attached to his belt, and a court's official container with kanji characters written on it have been found. Eruption of Kaimondake. Kaimondake had a major eruption. Findings from an excavation of the ruins matched a record of the eruption in ancient documents, and it was learned that the eruption happened on the night of March 25, 874. This stratum is a trace of what was then a cultivated field. Due to the eruption, houses were levelled, fields and roads were buried, and the people of the Hashimura area suffered heavy damage. Houses and tools were discovered in the remains of Hashimura, which is therefore called Oriental Pompeii. The reopening of the village. The god of Hirakiki Shrine is Kaimondake. The old Shinto shrine was buried by the eruption in 874. Hirakiki Shrine was rebuilt afterwards. The revival of the Shinto shrine shows that people started to live in the outskirts again. On this folding screen picture drawn approximately 100 years ago, we have added a recreated image of Ibuski after it recovered from the disaster. Pompeii pumice layer. This stratum is genuine ejecta from Mount Vesuvius, the volcano which buried the World Heritage Site Pompeii. In the year 79, Mount Vesuvius erupted, and a large quantity of pumice fell. A pyroclastic flow occurred, climbed over the castle wall that surrounded the town of Pompeii, and attacked the town. The black silhouette represents the castle wall.